Hi everyone, it's Emma here from Emma D Marketing, just talking a little bit about consumer psychology, or in other words, who are your customers and do you know them? It's kind of an issue that I run into regularly with clients in general, in terms of that everyone's really focused obviously on marketing, on branding, about sales. Not to say that they're incredibly important, however there's a core tenet that's really missing in terms of understanding your customer. And I suppose really what I'm trying to say to people is that you really need to know kind of what your customers' goals are, number one. That's the number one tip I'd say too. If you have a service, what are they looking to gain from working with you? What are you going to deliver to them? That's going to be of value to them. How are you going to change their lives? If you've got a product, again, what are you doing to help people? What is that product actually doing to help the people in their lives? What's it going to achieve for them? What's going to happen? So, it's really important that you guys are very focused on what, your customers are looking for. What sort of, typically there's like transformation is often what people are looking for. And I suppose really I would urge you all to go back to your products, go back to your services, to really look from the customer's perspective as to what they're wanting to gain by working with you or buying from you. I suppose the second part of that is, how do you find out this information? There's a lot of information you can find out online, in terms of you can find it out from secondary sources such as Google Analytics. You can get it from Facebook Insights, from Twitter, all the different social media. There's a lot of information there that you can get that will really help you just to gain an overview of where your customers are coming from, for example, how often they're coming to your website, when they're viewing your posts, kind of what sort of posts that they're really engaged with, and that gives you a sense of who the people are. If you want to do more of a deep dive into who your customers are, you need to do some market research. And that entails, depending on what industry you're in, first of all, you may go and look at, again, secondary sources, which essentially are maybe government bodies who are industry institutes, or, usually I suppose government bodies as such, whereby they have done this market research for you, so for particular industries, and that's where you can go and find out there from research that's actually already done. And typically this research is free, so I'd really highly recommend that any one of you, no matter if you're in the States, if you're in the UK, if you're in Ireland, if you're in Australia, wherever you're based, that all countries have government resources that refer to population, that refer to how many people are employed, whether people are married or not. So this is kind of the background information that you need in order to understand your customers. If you're wanting to go even more in depth, what you're needing to do then is to go and look and see, what are their hobbies, what are their goals in life, what are they looking to achieve. So you need a bit of a better deep dive. So one of the things you can do is look at focus groups. And a focus group is where you get between 8 and 12 people into a room. You get somebody independently to run the focus group, which typically runs for about an hour to an hour 90, or for 90 minutes. You decide on the questions beforehand, but you're wanting to gain insight into what the customers actually think. Also, you're wanting to gain insights into what they think of your competitors, because part of all this is understanding who's your competitors and how your customers, that is, rate you and your products and your services against your customers, or rather your competitors. So that's an important facet to look at as well. But overall, if you have a focus group, what I have noticed, I've run many of them, is that you get absolute gems of wisdom, where there's aspects of your business that you don't think is of particular value, but however it's something that your customers, your clients highly value. So that's something that you can bump up, that you can highlight, that maybe you can package it a bit better, you can market it a bit better to let everybody else know. So you're getting terrific insights from focus groups. The other thing that you can do as well is you can run depth interviews. And essentially a depth interview is either meeting somebody face to face, or whether you have an interview online on Skype, or whether you do a phone interview. And you ask people a series of questions. Again, it's just trying to get insights into the customer's mind. Like, what's really driving them? What's making somebody want to lose weight, for example? What's making somebody wanting to get a business coach? What's the driving force, and what are they wanting to achieve? If you understand these aspects of your customers, you'll really be able to tailor your marketing towards your marketing communications, the language that you use, so that you can talk about what matters to customers. For example, I have a client, and he is a pro cyclist, and he coaches cyclists, and helping them to become better, gain better personal best times. If you're somebody's wanting to be pro, they help them to be pro, but equally they help people that are more amateurish as well. And I suppose really it's about, you know, looking at where the person is when they start with them and then moving them forward towards their specific goals and working very closely with those particular clients. Overall, when they're looking at those cyclists, it's looking at, just to give you kind of a background, is executive type people. They've typically kind of management type jobs. They are typically between 35 to about 45-ish. They're typically wanting to lose a bit of weight. And again, this is all coming from market research. And they're looking to focus, they're looking to re-energize themselves, they're looking to get more healthy. And all of this means that my client can tailor his services so that he can provide what these people are actually looking for. So he can provide information on diet, he can provide information on fitness, he can provide information on tracking their analytics when they're cycling, on their heart rate, and so much information that he can gather that can really help this person achieve their goals. And often the goals can be to maybe cycle 10k to start with 20, you know, bring it up to 50, 80, 120k, you know, go on a triathlon, go on a marathon. So just to give you an insight into, you know, different customer bases, what they're looking for, and where you have to kind of deep dive and see what are people actually looking for, and then take a step back, look at what you're saying in your emails, look at what you're saying in your Facebook posts, and, you know, provide the information that these people are looking for, and indeed the packages that they're looking for. So I can highly recommend that all of you do some market research, because it really genuinely helps you to understand your customers. And I suppose, what does that do for you? Well, it helps you to get more customers because you're marketing more effectively, you're talking their language, you're speaking directly to their heart, you're appealing to people, and therefore you end up with more sales, and that's really what most businesses are looking to do. So hope this little video helps, and let me know your thoughts below. I'll be doing a webinar with Christina Jones on the 16th at 7 p.m. GMT time, so see the link and sign up, and hear some more tips of how I dive deep into this topic, and to help you to gain more insights into your customers, and equally, you know, how to find out this information, and kind of just the basics about how you go about this. So hope this little video helps, and again, sign up below at the webinar. Thank you, bye bye.